Good morning. This is me, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Very nice to be here. I'm very happy to see you all again. I would like to talk to you about something very important. It really comes down to this.
What killed the dinosaurs? What killed the dinosaurs? The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. What killed the dinosaurs? The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. What killed the dinosaurs? The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. What killed the dinosaurs? The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. 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 The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. 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 The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
All right, enough philosophy. I would like to talk to you about
dinosaurs,
if you don't mind. Yeah, it really comes down to this.
What killed the dinosaurs?
Tell me what?
Do it now.
I don't know.
Go on.
Intergalactic space aliens?
Huh?
No.
Killer scrotums?
What? Don't be ridiculous.
A giant Saddam Hussein?
No!
It's me, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You idiot! What killed the dinosaurs?
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs. Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs.
What?
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
What?
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs.
What?
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
What?
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs. Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the
Okay.
dinosaurs. Killed the dinosaurs.
Yes, yes.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Yes.
The dinosaurs. Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the
Please.
dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs.
Turn that off. Now! What?
Killed the dinosaurs.
Arnold.
Killed the dinosaurs. Arnold. Killed the
Good.
Goodbye.
Yahoo! That was Arnold. He killed the dinosaurs. It's a well-known fact. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yack Radio. I was going to play a game, but I can't be bothered with that nonsense. I mean, who plays games in this post-game world? The year T20, 2020. We advanced humans have no time for video games, just radio. And that is why Yack Radio is here to satiate your scatological needs. Cricket Forever is here in the comments, and he says, "G'day, Yackers. Oh, morning, mate. Morning. I can't do the Aussie accent. It turns into a Cockney. Oh, there again, there is no difference between a Cockney and an Aussie accent. Retro and Lim is here as well. Hi. Good morning. How are you? There's no reason for this stream. I just felt like jumping on the mic for no reason whatsoever. I feel like talking this morning. So here we are. The first time that Harry Yack has streamed in a long, long time. And what can you expect today? Well, some of this. That's right, due to weird copyright reasons, I'm not allowed to play commercial music, so I'll just have to play them all on guitar. Celebrate good times, come on! Celebrate good times, come on! So Cricket Forever disagrees with me already. He says, there's always time for cricket games. You just need to make it. Yeah, funnily enough, I've been playing a certain cricket game of late, and that game is International Cricket Captain. To the 2006 Ashes edition, specifically, and that was the last edition before they made it all up to date and fancy with 3D highlights. But for a good 20 years or however long it's been going, that game, they'd been using the same highlights and the same Jonathan Agnew commentary. But that's okay, because I love it. And yeah, I've been playing that, if you want to talk about games. I was only joking, by the way, about us not needing games in our everyday life. Everybody needs some type of game to play. If it's not a video game, then you need the game of not stepping on cracks in the street, or lying to the sheriff, as Arnold might say, which is a fun game. So yeah, there might be some Arnold chat in addition to games. But Cricket Captain 2006, I want to do some videos on that. But then I've been saying that for a year. In fact, there might even be a new channel dedicated to it. Something fun, ladies and gentlemen, is the audience for cricket videos is actually larger than you might think. There is a huge audience in India and Pakistan, the Indian subcontinent, for cricket content. I used to have a cricket channel, actually. I'm not going to tell you the name of it, but it was when I was just playing around with video editing and learning. I would rip VHS cricket clips and put them into compilations. Because this was the earlier days of YouTube and nobody had done this before, I would get hundreds of thousands of views. But it didn't feel right, because it wasn't really my content. I was just curating it from elsewhere. So I might make a triumphant return to the world of cricket YouTubing with Cricket Captain 06 stuff. There is no Cricket Captain 06 stuff on YouTube. I've looked. Nobody's playing it. I mean, not in the same way that they're playing, say, Age of Empires still. I think that was 97, that game. People still play it. There's still a community out there for it. But sadly, there isn't much of a community out there for International Cricket Captain. Now, Cricket Forever says Hindleyite, and that is indeed the name of one of my old channels. It's got some cricket content on there. The very, very early days of YouTube, I uploaded some very low quality Brian Lara cricket stuff to that channel. Like the Super Batsman cheat, which is a video that people really, really hated for some reason. I don't know why. It's a great cheat, the Super Batsman cheat. It means that you mostly hit shots for six, with perfect accuracy and timing every time. Yet the trolls of YouTube descended on it and decided that, no, this is not worthy, and thumbed it down. So if you look up the Super Batsman cheat for Brian Lara cricket, you'll see 50% thumbs down. Why? Why? Who are these people who hate cheating? I hate cheating so much that I'm going to go onto a video about a cheat and thumb it down. Oh dear, oh dear. I hate cheats. I hate them all day long. I hate cheats. The longer than my dong. I hate cheats. I hate cheats. I'm gonna go on YouTube and thumb those videos down. Sorry, that was very out of tune. But Cricket Forever says, I tried ICC 02 and 06, but unfortunately they don't have online servers. Yeah, that's why I compared it to Age of Empires, which still does have online servers. But it's sad that we can't. Can we not set up the game somehow? Can we canvass the creators of Cricket Captain and ask them to maybe put the old servers back online, or how we can do it ourselves? Excuse me, my audio might be topping out a bit there. I'll turn it down slightly. Retro and Lim says, can we have the Yack special theme tune? Yeah, of course you can. Let's see if we can find it on Harry Yack Live. I hope we don't get taken down for this. That's the other thing. This video is liable to be taken down at any point. So, screw you guys in advance for copyright hitting. Here we go. Are you ready? Oh, it's going again. It's worth playing again. These classics must be played twice. So welcome to the Yack special with me, Harry Yack special. That was the Yack special theme, which is a game about rock, paper, scissors, and girls taking their clothes off. Sadly not YouTube friendly. My good friend, oh god, what's his name now? The console snob, as he used to be known. I've forgotten his current name. He's changed it so many times, but the console snob did a fantastic video on the Yack special. I don't know if you can still find it on the YouTubes, but please don't look it up. You'll thank me later. Ha! Cricket Forever says, in regards to playing games online, cricket games online, you mean by way of local area network? Yeah, sort of. Any way that we can do it, really. If they can still set up Age of Empires servers, we must be able to finagle it so we can get Cricket Captain 06 on there. And going back to an earlier point about cheating, when the Cricket Captain servers were online, we're talking 15 years ago now, at least, the only thing that people would would talk about in the forums is these blasted cheaters. They'd come on and say, oh, I played a cheater last night. Here is his name and here's a picture of his game. And he got 560 runs or 50 overs or something. I believe this person is using the super batsman cheat. Please, henceforth, do not play this guy. Do not, if you encounter him, don't interact with him. And that was it. That was the that was the end of the servers. The cheaters brought it down. They brought out a trainer for the game, and you could set batsmen to never get out ever. And that was it. And now we have to buy the newest version of the game from Childish Things every year, just so we can play people online. Oh, what a load of rubbish. Retro and Lim is advising me that Console Snob is now known as Scott's Game Asylum. Scott's Game Asylum, of course, the classic channel by our friend at Retro and Lim, and he's recently been branching out a bit away from video games and into home cooking. So he's been doing, let's see if we can find them. He has been doing some homemade recipes, if he hasn't removed them from his channel. He might have actually, because I'm searching for them now and they're not there, unless they're on a second channel somewhere. He started up. No, I can't find. Oh dear. Scott's Game Asylum is going to kill me for that now. He wants to hide that part of his channel away in a corner, so nobody can ever know that he did the fantastic cookery videos. So it's a pity that, because I would have loved to have played them for you right now.
Writing's not that easy, but...
Oh, excuse me. That's the problem with live television or radio. We have to endure ads. So, excuse me. I have to say that Harry Yack Radio is not sponsored by anybody at all. So if you do hear some ads in the background, they're not mine.
Oh, I get to press a button? Okay, what about this one? What? That's fucking bullshit. Scissors? Yeah, scissors beats everything. Like this. It's called fuck you.
No. Oh no. I think that was a copyrighted song that just started playing there. Oh. Phew, I think we got away with that. Let's have a look at the comments here. RetroOnLim.com says, games are more important than food. If anybody out there knows what became of Console Snub's food videos, let me know, because I missed them. I thought they were great. But he's got 2K subscribers these days, and I guess they expect more than mere Monster Munch sandwich videos. Cricket Forever says, I think you can still play ICC 07 online on the PSP port. Oh, that's interesting. But you need to have the Ad Hoc Party app installed on the PS3. Wow, that's that's really a massive workaround. What we actually need is to put up our own servers so we can play each other on the game. If anybody really cares about ICC 06 again. But it's just me and you, Guy. Cricket Forever. We're the only ones left playing it. Oh dear, oh dear. So you had the console snub there, as he was then. Flipping off, or giving the V sign to the game. In the mode of scissors. That was his way of indicating scissors. The good old V sign. But you didn't see that because this is radio. So, let's play darts. No, let's play a different song here while I go and have a pee. Things you're not supposed to say on radio. Number 1. What's not going to get me taken off YouTube? I know this. Enjoy this, my friends. I'll be back in a second.
International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. Superstar Soccer.
Okay, that was the fantastic ISS Deluxe theme by Tiago Marquez. Tiago Posficil Marquez. Good luck trying to find that on YouTube. Just look for International Superstar Soccer Deluxe keyboard version. Whoops. And that's my voice in the background, ladies and gentlemen. Forget that. Just testing things out. So, how are you all this morning, this fine Sunday morning? I hope you've had a good week, and I hope no monsters have crossed your path in the previous 7 days, because I have something very scary for you right now. It is the worst music from a video game of all time. Sorry, I don't have a wonderful jingle for this, so we'll make one up right now. Oh, it's the worst video game music of all time. Yeah. Clip that, please, and use it for your own personal needs. Right. This is the worst video game music of all time. Are you sick of this yet? We'll have that going in the background. It's wonderful background music for any podcast whatsoever. We'll play that on a loop and see how long it takes us to go crazy, shall we? Oh god, the morphine has kicked in. Somebody has farted into a microphone and called it a song. Slapped it on a video game called Clown Downtown and said, oh, it'll be fine. It's just the worst music of all time. And there it starts again. So, music on the Atari, as you guys probably know. Let's keep that going and see how long we can endure it. Music on the Atari, ladies and gentlemen, was never the best. Of course, the system was never really made to carry high-quality music. We'd not evolved to that point. It was mainly for sound effects. But I think Clown Downtown broke the mold with its fantastic sonic beauties. Just get a load of that, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure this isn't the first time I've mentioned this game, and indeed this music, but it's worth repeating 100 times. So if you compare this to, say, Pitfall 2's music, then it's like chalk and cheese, guys. That's a veritable symphony in comparison to this farting, basically. Swifto is here. He says, wonderful tune. Indeed, only the best tunes here on Yack Radio. Guaranteed to drive you wild. Swifto also says, what's this? Am I dreaming? Or has the legend returned? Who are you talking about there? I hope you're talking about Ben Stokes there. Mr. Swifto's sillios. I wouldn't say I'm a legend. I'm sort of a legend in my own lunchtime. And a legend in my own lunchtime as well. Cricket Forever says that I've been hibernating during the Cricket World Cup and the Ashes. Yeah, that is true. I did watch... Hold on a minute. That's enough of that nonsense. And it's not necessarily relevant to what I'm talking about now, so let's get something else for you. It's the Test Match Special theme. Yeah. Except it's not really, because it's a copyright dodging version. Although no doubt I'll be copyright hit for this. Well, it's okay. I really like this tune, so that's fine. Here is where it breaks down. Yeah, that's more relevant to the topic at hand. So yes, I've been hibernating and watching all of the cricket, basically. That's why I've not been here. I've just been kicking back in my toga, in my dressing gown, and smoking a fat cigar, doing Arnold impressions to nobody in particular, to the fireplace, listening to Brian Mara chiptune music on my headphones, and watching the cricket, of course. I recommend it. That's enough of that! Retro and Lim says, great win over Leeds. Yeah, indeed it was. We were very lucky. Very, very lucky indeed. But we've not been lucky in the first part of the season, so that sort of evens things out, I do think. We have a request for a particular piece of music, or, well, it's not music really. It's a classic sound clip from the history of video games. And here it is. When it loads. Oops. Teething problems on Harry Yack Live. Here we go. Oh, I thought it would loop. Right, go. Game over, yeah! Get ready to be game over to a pulp. Game over, yeah! The question is, how long can you last? Game over, yeah! Not that type of how long can you last. Game over, yeah! What did the man say when he bumped into the... Not enough time. What did the man say when he bumped into the wall? I don't know. I couldn't think of anything funny. Sorry. I'm not a live sort of a guy, which is why I'm here on the internet rather than the real radio. Game over, yeah! Retro and Lim says, the leg end of Hurry Yuck. And then, Staying Swift Those Silly O's says, the leg end of Hurry Yuck. Yeah. Wait, they both said the same thing. Ah, no, I'm going crazy. Retro and Lim has another request, so let's fulfill that for him. Are you ready for this? Game over! God. Wow, that guy can really hold a note, can't he? Never mind Bill Withers. Dearie me. Right, so thank you for that request. I am indeed taking requests, as long as they don't get me taken down, which should be 75% of the things that I play on the Yack radio show. Cricket Forever says... No, just before that, Retro and Lim says that the dude sounds in pain. Game over. Actually, that reminds me of something else. Let's have a look here. Game over, yes.
They're back to for the answer they've gone to be searching. Is it debate or just bloody coincidence? It shall be clear as three powers will be as one. Now, the fourth phase is about to begin.
The best bit is over with now. So the question is, does anybody know what the hell that guy is saying?
Story moves.
Story moves. Let's just play that again one more time for you.
They're back to for the answer they've gone to be searching. Is it debate or just bloody coincidence? It shall be clear as three powers will be as one. Now, the fourth phase is about to begin.
Right, so I'm gonna play that again and speak over the top and try and translate for all you people out there in Radio Land.
They're back to for the answer they've gone to be searching.
The back to the answer they found on the spree surgeon.
Shall be clear as three powers will be as one.
I'm powering
Now,
through a
the fourth
vehicle.
phase is about to begin.
I don't know, he says something about a tree surgeon, doesn't he? It's weird. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, not only that. It doesn't end there. Oh no. It never ends, ladies and gentlemen. There is more.
Say that shit like you just got your motherfucker.
It all began in 94, kept on rolling in 95. This is where it plays in 96, it came to an end in 97, and now it comes, and here we go. KOF is here again. Nothing's gonna stop, it's 1998.
Oh yeah, you can hear him a bit clearer this time, but still, what the hell is he blabbing on about, this dude? Oh yeah, 95. King of Fighters 98. Yeah, in case you didn't guess by now, those were the themes of King of Fighters 97 and King of Fighters 98, the Slugfest, with the dude who nobody knows what the hell he's saying. Batman's Pro. Let's do that again, shall we? The karaoke version. Oh yeah. Here we go.
Say that shit like you just got your motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Make it women on the screen. That's the real version of the theme. The translated version for you. Retro and Lim says that song was sung by Zed from Police Academy. And it's also gonna get me a... Hold on. That song is gonna get me a... Law. Oh, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike. I got a copyright strike. Sorry, that went a bit wrong. I can play it, I promise. I'll play it again later on for you. The copyright strike theme. Except that was horribly mangled. Cricket Forever says, I think he supports Villa, Warwickshire Bears and Wigan Warriors. I have no idea how Wigan Warriors are doing at the moment. Wait, it's closed season, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. There are some faint linings, faint, what do they call? Pitch markings. Faint pitch markings at the DW Stadium at the moment that seem to indicate some rugby matches have been going on there. Retro and Lim tells me it's the start of the season. I think, Retro and Lim, don't you support St Helens? So it's a battle in the chat between Cricket Forever and Retro and Lim, the age-old enemies, Wigan and St Helens. So how are you all? Welcome to Harry Yack Radio on this fine Sunday morning. As if you didn't pick up already, I'll just be playing some silly clips and trying to learn how to use OBS properly. I have used it in the past, but that was a long time ago. I've been lazy and just used the wonderful Google Hangouts, which has been killed off by Twitch probably. And also YouTube want to centralize everything now, so they're making us use OBS or whatever, XSplit. Swifto says he's awful, thanks. How am I, Mr. Yack? Well, I'm feeling okay on this. I'm going to stop saying this fine Sunday morning, because you know it's a Sunday morning. Unless you're in Australia, in which case it's a fine Sunday afternoon. Or indeed the Pacific, where it might be Monday already, in which case, commiserations. Cricket Forever asks about Brexit, which is a hot button topic at the moment. A very topical topic, you might say, being that Britain left the EU this week. But I'm not going to comment on that, because I'm going to stay away from ye old politics and keep this channel about non-controversial things like, is the King of Fighters theme made by somebody farting into a mic? Are we ever going to get Tyler Time, Inclination, Bloody Mary's Bowie, Y27 Noodles and Strung Out on this show, as the thumbnail promises? Probably not. A very, very controversial topic. But well, we did play the Yack special theme, which is in itself a very controversial game. And going back to Scott's Game Asylum's review of the Yack special, Mr. Harry Yack has commented and says, "Dunno what you're on about. That tune is the best thing to come out of Japan since Sex Cushions. Sex Cushions. Oh yes." Somebody said the First Lady is hot. There was a version of that video, ladies and gentlemen. I remember this now. It was Scott's Game Asylum's review of the Yack special, but it was censored. The naughty bits were covered by Harry Yack heads, and they have since been removed. They've been edited to be YouTube friendly. Let's have a look. 43k views on that, but I'm sure he got way more than that before he had to delete and upload to fit the obtuse YouTube guidelines. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. Let's have a look. Swifto says, he's on the moon. What day is it here? Well, if you listen to Lisa Simpson in The Simpsons, she says that Santa Claus is annual gift man and he comes from the moon. At least that's what they say in Japan. So, say hi to Santa Claus for me, please. getting back to controversial topics, which we excel in here at Yack Radio. Retro and Lim asks, screw, marry, kill, Seville, Rolf, and Snob. Now, before I answer that, I just want to tell a little story. It's not particularly funny, it's just something that happened, really. Oh, this is the Billy Connolly of radio shows, where I'd laugh for a bit and go off at tangents. But no, there is a football player. His name is George Seville, and he used to play for Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm not sure who he's playing for these days. Somebody in the Championship. But me and my brother were at one particular football match, and I kept calling this player, George Seville, Jimmy Savile. Hey look, Jimmy Savile's coming on. Hey look, Jimmy Savile had that shot. Every time that he had the ball, oh, this Jimmy Savile. And eventually my brother had had enough. He just said, oh, will you stop that? You're creeping me out. And we just laughed for 5 minutes, probably whilst Wigan Athletic conceded a goal. But we often bring that up when I visit my brother. the Jimmy Savile footballer, brilliant. The Yack game stream, ladies and gentlemen. I never said this was going to be about games, did I? Speaking of which, it's time that we did play something game related now. Not play a video game, but play some sort of music to do. Oh no! I've lost my flippin' playlist. Excuse me. It's game over, yeah, that's it now. Game over. Because of that. Due to the tech issues. It's game over, yeah. Oh no, I hope this isn't... Yes, this is copyright music. Oh, no. Can't play that. That song is apparently Flirting with Disaster by Molly Hatchet. Written by Dr. John, so we can't play that. We've got to go back to the things that I've pre-vetted, that don't have themes from commercial items. Oh, come on, dude. Where are we? Right. Just play some music in your head. Right, it's time for an ad break, ladies and gentlemen.
You may not be thinking about pizza first thing in the morning, but at Pizza Hut, we're thinking about you. We start out pretty early at Pizza Hut, so the dough has time to rise. Chopping up the toppings, oh so we're ready for your order. Oven fresh, just for you at your hometown Pizza Hut restaurant. Your hometown Pizza Hut.
Harry Yack Live is sponsored by Pizza Hut, where they start out pretty early in the morning, so the dough has time to rise. You might not be thinking about pizza in the morning, but Pizza Hut are thinking about you. Let's play that again.
You may not be thinking about pizza first thing in the morning, but at Pizza Hut, we're thinking about you.
Oh my God!
Start out pretty early at Pizza Hut, so the dough has time to rise. Chopping up the toppings, oh so we're ready for your order. Oven fresh, just for you at your hometown Pizza Hut restaurant. Your hometown Pizza Hut.
That is the creepiest ad that's ever been shown on any television channel anywhere in the world. And I'll fight you if you have any other opinion. So I'm supposed to ask the question, aren't I? I didn't answer the question. The answer to the question, yeah, Retro and Lim says as much. I'm supposed to answer the screw, marry, kill, Seville, Rolf, and Snob. Right, let's go through these one by one. Jimmy Savile, I never really liked him. He was always a bit weird, but it was fun to make fun of him and do impressions of him. Otherwise, he was a bit creepy and weird, and he used to run marathons in his underpants and things. It was weird. So I think I might kill him, which is fair enough because he's already dead. Rolf, by contrast, I really admired in my childhood. He was one of the people that inspired me to get into art. And I would tune into, what was it called? Rolf's Art Club or something, or Rolf's Kids Club. And it was a show where he would demonstrate how to paint and draw, usually with a big, thick, chunky marker, which has sort of given me a weird fetish for massive markers. But he would do these quick doodles and cartoons. And, he would wobble his wobble board. That's my impression of the wobble board. I hope you liked it. And what else? He would show Roadrunner cartoons and things. In particular, the Roadrunner. And once he introduced an episode of the Roadrunner, sarcastically as, I think in today's episode of the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote will catch the Roadrunner. And that makes you interested then. It makes you think, oh really, is it? Is it really? I must watch this. When of course in every episode he very nearly gets him, but just the slightest thing prevents him from devouring his prey. And finally, so Rolf, I would probably marry. So that only leaves one more. And the only thing I have to say about that is, screw Snob. Oh, Snob, if you're listening to this, get on down here now. You might not be thinking about me this early in the morning, but I'm thinking about you. The hometown pizza hut. Retro and Lim say, it's vegetarian version of Roadrunner. Yeah, Wiley would just run around picking flowers and picking up grass and eating that, wouldn't he? And they'd all sit there round a coffee table with a piping hot mug of coffee and avocado and talk about internet memes or whatever, I don't know. What the hell? I don't know what a millennial is, and I'm supposed to be one. Bloody hell! Bloody hell! Retro and Lim requests a sped-up version of the Bridget soundtrack, which sadly I can't fulfill because I don't have a recording anywhere of the Bridget soundtrack. Or do I? Let's have a look. The Bridget soundtrack, in case nobody knows, and you should, is the pinnacle of Amstrad CPC coding. It's a wonderful medley comprising of Colonel Bogey and Jingle Bells, in wonderful monotonic. I don't believe I do have this, unfortunately, and last time I looked, it's not on YouTube. Let's have a look. Excuse me, I have to press the burp button. I'm back. Sorry, I burped just then. I didn't have to tell you. No, I don't think there is a Bridget theme anywhere. Not even John Gage has uploaded it. Come on. He's done a review of it, and so have I. His is better, I must say. John Gage has done a wonderful George and Zippy play Bridget on the Amstrad CPC. It's not got enough views. It hasn't enough views. Sadly. I'm not going to play that because it's an adult, and it's an adult themed vid. I hope that's not a copyrighted theme that you just heard.
Generaran una mayor
You
cantidad
didn't
de
hear
juegos,
anything because I
pues su
turned the
misión
sound off.
no fue
But
tan grande.
this dude is reviewing
Así que
Bridget in
vamos a
Spanish.
probar este videojuego que es
I was
como
hoping
chorra,
he'd play
no
the
lo voy a
theme.
un Amstrad CPC no nos va a dejar, bueno, ya he perdido al primer tío, otro por aquí, y no nos va a dejar presionar dos teclas a la vez. Este por ahí salvado, este por aquí. Y además el concepto, joder, el concepto de arriba, abajo, izquierda, derecha, aquí se te lía un poco, ¿para qué voy a decir otra cosa? Y además está la respuesta típica del Amstrad CPC cuando tenía colorines, que era bastante. Bueno, voy a salvar aquí a uno, a otro, ya llevo dos, pero ya solo me quedan 21 vidas, que 21 vidas son ninguno de muñeco que van a ir a perder. Mientras tanto, aún me voy enterando, pero cuando hay tres, esto es un lío de narices, ¿vale? Ahora parece que estoy coordinando bien. Venga, tú por aquí, tú por allá, por aquí, ya me he comido el de arriba. Ya, bueno, parece que este lo voy a salvar, este también tengo una pinta, este también lo salvo. Y aunque parezca una chorrada, coordinar todo esto es una historia, porque además tú abierto los puentes, no hay menos. Porque si lo dejamos de pulsar...
I'm afraid that's the best we're going to get, isn't it, unfortunately? With the dude speaking over the top. A comment on that video says, Lisa, con diente di hoyolata. Lisa, ma lista che una patata. Lisa, grande la beso, whatever. Now, sorry, I can't speak Spanish, but that was a little taste of Spain for you on this cold winter morning. That's fairly mild, actually, but that was a little taste of Spain. Yeah, apologies for the dude talking over that, but I still haven't captured the wonderful, the symphony that is the Bridget theme. And it's very hard to capture because you can't capture it sort of raw, because all that nonsense is going on over the top of it. Hold on, let's play this again. If you listen, you can hear stupid sound effects.
Arriba, tú por aquí, tú por acá. Uf, 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 uf. Ya me comí el de abajo, que arriba. Uy, el de abajo lo he salvado. El de abajo lo he salvado. Venga, vamos, hala.
Well, first of all, he sounded a bit like a dog there, but in the background, oof, oof, in 2 times speed, he sounded like a dog barking. But you could hear that every so often there was a do-do-do noise, and the song just came to a grinding halt.
Salvado. Vamos a salvar de abajo, vamos a salvar el de ahí. Bien, llega otro por arriba, por otro lado. Encima, la música me gripa los nervios y no me ayuda lo más
But
mínimo.
not at the moment, because he's actually doing very well at the game, but every time a guy dies, every time a little matchstick man
además no salen
dies
siempre a la misma
in
distancia. Entonces,
Bridget,
que uno llega
it
y otro
goes
aparece.
doo-doo-doo,
A ver, me comí el de abajo, que
and
es
it
más
just
importante, pero que ya
completely
está a punto de llegar, así
stops
que
any
hay que
music that might be
arriba,
playing.
perfecto.
Which,
Lo salvo,
quite
de allá.
frankly,
Uy, uy, uy,
robs
casi aquí,
us.
aquí,
It
aquí,
just
aquí.
robs us of a superb song to put on our
Arriba le voy pillando
iPlays.
todo el truquillo.
And sorry, I hope you could hear me there. Yeah, I bet that was too loud for you to hear me. But yes, unfortunately, the dude dying in the game, the little dudes, the matchstick dudes dying, they spoil the wonderful symphony that is the Bridget theme. And he's still speaking at 200% speed. Let's put him out of his misery. Swifto says, "Hi to Santa Claus for me." And also, what did you say? What did you say? Are you saying I don't wear underpants? Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, incidentally, I'm sorry about that. I probably put the sound on too loud for about 30 seconds. And what I said was that we were robbed of a wonderful raw capture of the Bridget theme, which consists of Colonel Bogey and, what was it, Jingle Bells. We're robbed of a fantastic version that we can rip and put on our iPlayers and MP3 players, which is a real shame. It's one of the biggest shames of all time. Yeah, but he's just having me on. You're just having me on, Swifto, aren't you? Because he says, come again. I will later in the privacy of your bedroom. So, let's continue with something else that's been pre-vetted, so I don't get told off by the wonderful YouTube and the superb Content ID system. You know, it took me ages just to find that video about Bridget. That's how obscure Bridget seems to be these days. Which is a pain. A shame, rather. Oops. So, let's see what we have in our little collection of stuff here.
With Grammarly, you can find really good,
This stream is not sponsored by Grammarly. I have to point it out. That was just an ad playing. Shh, shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody about that.
Why, Yack? Yuri is a yak, a big yellow yak. Yuri eats yellow yams and yogurt. Why does Yuri eat yellow yams and yogurt? Because they're yummy. Why, Yack? Why?
Oh man. Oh man.
Why? Yeah.
This is a dude that I have trapped down in my basement. Oh my. The didgeridoos are out.
Yuri is a yak.
Oh my.
Big yellow yak.
Whoa, dude. Oh man.
Yellow yams and yogurt. Why does Yuri eat yellow yams and yogurt? Because they're yummy.
Oh God.
Why? Yeah.
Why, Yack? Why?
Why?
Why? Why do you keep me wrapped up in the basement? Why, Yack? I hear him crying right now. So, forget that. It's time for... Let's see... It is time for another copyrighted song. Why, Yack? Here we go. This is the full speed.
Yuri eats yellow yams and yogurt. Why does Yuri eat yellow yams and yogurt? Because they're yummy. Why? Yeah. Why?
I'm sure that's what all you people out there are saying right now. Why, Yack? Why?
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da. Or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da. Or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da. Or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da. Or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da. Or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da. Or you don't get no spending cash.
Here we go.
If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da. Or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Da, 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 da. For you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Da, 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 da. For you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Okay, stop. Stop it. Enough. That goes on forever, incidentally. I could let that run for years and years. Hold on. I'll just put it on in the background for you. Because that is the most addictive video on YouTube, and it's only got 5,000 views. How sad. So I'm gonna recount another story to you here, if you don't mind. While looking for Arnold videos on YouTube, I hope I can get this up for you again, is what she said. I was looking for the "See you at the party, Richter" clip. Oh no, it wasn't that. It was "Excuse my friend, he's dead tired." You know, the classic Arnold clip from Commando. And I just stumbled across a video by complete chance, and I thought it was going to be some dude pointing at his television, just recording the clip. So all the people out there in YouTube land could see it. But at the end of the clip, suddenly the camera turns around and this dude starts doing Arnold impressions. "Oh, see you at the party, Richter." And it was brilliant because it was the last thing I expected. I can't find it now. I wish I could find it. Let's do another quick search. No, it might not even be on there anymore. I've no idea what I searched to get that to work.
The charge of that. I am tired of the same old faces, the same old things.
That wasn't it, incidentally. That was just something that
Let
played.
me be the judge.
Writing's not that easy.
No,
Grammar.
look, I'm sick of Grammarly. I'm gonna have to pay for the YouTube subscription service at this rate.
Why can't I go? You let mass travel. I only want to browse around. I have been here thousands of years. I am bored. Let me be the judge of that. I am tired of the same old faces, the same old things. Mind your own business, Venus. My mother may have been a model, but you, Zeus, my father, are gods. Does this mean I have Zeus's permission to leave? I won't stay. You are trying mine. Nobody will stop me. It's easy. Swimming. I fell. It was an explosion. Ship? In Olympus. Hercules. Very old family. But I'm democratic. I'm Hercules. No man is superior to Hercules. I'm the son of Zeus. As I have told you, I'm Hercules, son of Zeus. Where's the ship bound for? I understood him. He's most disagreeable and he has irritated me. Sure. Hercules goes where he wishes. Oh, get yours.
Fine chariot, but where are the horses?
Those goes. No, I walked off. Hercules, please. I know Apollo. He's back home. Conceited. He thinks there's nobody handsome in the world. He must have been in disguise. Diane and the Psyche are in love with him. I think Heavy is attracted too. I'm grateful. Food for the gods.
So I do recommend Hercules in New York. Hercules in New York. Go and watch it. Right, so we have a request here for another theme tune. And can you guess what it is? Come on. auto-tune there. It's so slow. He's on the rise. We're on the morphine. God, what's happening? It sounds like Nancy's grunge now, this. Lord. And that was the vaporwave version of a certain well-known YouTuber. A YouTuber that's still on the rise to this day, reviewing games and sometimes rants. Lawn Boys Post 1975. Cricket Forever asks, when can we expect more cricket videos? I said I was going to do some in October 2018. Yeah, I sort of made a semi-comeback at some point last year after my operation, and then sort of drifted away again, didn't I? I came back for about a month just to upload a load of old videos that I never did, that I should have done a long time ago, and also just to test out the YouTube monetization thingy-majig. I think we've come to the end of that right now, the experiment, but let's have a look. How do I see? We can find out, ladies and gentlemen, how much I have earned from the YouTube ads, if I can find that anywhere. Hold on, burp button again. Excuse me. Please let me know if you want to hear my burps, because I won't press the burp button. For your listening pleasure. ASMR, Harry Yack barfing. But I'm trying to find where I would... this used to be here, unless I've been demonetized or something. Earn money from your YouTube channel. I used to be monetized. I wonder if I've been demonetized. Let's have a look. Because there used to be a way that you could look and see how much money that your videos were earning, wasn't there? But it doesn't seem to be there anymore. But that'd be an interesting thing to find out. So what I'm going to do is I'll play you another tune, and I'll see if I can log into the system. For your own benefit, ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about monetizing, which is kind of pointless now because it's very hard to get monetization. I mean, even I've probably been demonetized. But let's do a quick investigation, yeah, and play some music. No ads. So, welcome back. I do indeed have my YouTube earnings up here now. I don't know why I took so long to do that. I'm just curious now. Because I did set up, whatchamacallit, monetization back in 2018, and I can report that since then, I hope you're ready for this. Oh, I've earned $13.35 in 1 year. That's really worth it, isn't it? That was wholly worth it. But there again, I don't really upload new videos. I should do some music videos, really, shouldn't I? Of the copyright strike theme. Copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike. I've got a copyright strike. There it was, the copyright strike theme, in all its glory, in all its horrendous glory. So, who the hell is the woman in the thumbnail, I wonder? She's just a painting, and I'm not even sure who did the painting. Probably one of the people mentioned on the right-hand side. They might have probably actually commissioned an artist to do that for the Yack magazine, which is published by me. It's published by Harry Yack on a bi-monthly basis. Here we go, comments. Swifto is there. He says he would love to hear my burps. And Cricket Forever asks about my operation. Yes. Was it last year or the year before? I think no, beginning of last year. Oh, when was it? It was the year before now that I went into hospital to have some surgery done, and that put me out for a while. Still feel it a little bit, but you always do when you've had an op, really. Feel it for the rest of your life, allegedly. But I can tell you that morphine is a hell of a drug. No, they gave it to me in the hospital, you see. I didn't go and buy it on the black market or anything. But I can tell you my experiences, if you like. I mean, I'm no drug connoisseur, but I can describe to you in vivid detail what it's like being on all those drugs that they pumped into me. Sort of, because I was out of it most of the time. So if you want to hear that, I'd gladly describe it all. And shall we see here? Oh, Cricket Forever has posted a product. Yakety Yak Don't Talk Back Arnold t-shirt. Well, I'll have to get that and wear that on live streams. I do have this sort of dream that I can upgrade my setup here in the Yack studio, and we could have an HD webcam and do proper live streams, and I can be talking into the webcam right now with a green screen behind me. And yeah, it'll be just like all the others, all the other people out there, the famous YouTubers. And then maybe one day I too can earn more than $13 on YouTube. It was a good experiment. It's interesting that on the 16th of October 2019 I had a spike where I earned 42 cents. My top earning video is my oldest video, the Road Rash video review. So ladies and gentlemen, that proves that if you get in on the first floor, on the ground floor rather, then that's your ticket to earning money. Yeah, because all the videos here that I'm looking at here that earned money were really early ones. And funnily enough, I've earned 84 cents this month. Oh, sorry, last month. Wow, my earnings have gone down. No, I'm gonna have to get a new job. Oh, but yeah, $13. Was it really worth it? And I know I told you that Arnold stole a certain quantity of my ad revenue when he copyright hit an Arnold related video. Thankfully for me, it probably accounts for about 3 cents of the money that I have earned. But I think somebody is asking to hear my wonderful morphine experience. It wasn't morphine, actually. It was an opioid called oxycodone. And I was on that for a couple of weeks after the op. They put you on just as a sort of precaution in case anything goes wrong. The main thing that I remember from it is that it made me really tired, but here we go, talking about drugs. Someone's mentioned PSP in the comments and we're talking about drugs. This is a family-friendly stream, ladies and gentlemen. I must qualify that this was in hospital, this was all in hospital, not on the black market. But it would sort of knock you out and make your head a little bit fuzzy in sort of the front area of your head. In the front area of your brain, it made it sort of tingly. All these technical terms. But also, if you've ever had a migraine, it was one of those situations where if you close your eyes, you can see all these weird psychedelic colours. I'm sure it's a lot worse on different drugs. You close your eyes and you see TV static, and it starts to form different things, like maybe a car or a man running, or it did with me. It was rather strange. So it's sort of like a kaleidoscopic effect. You know, in the stoner films when they have the psychedelic animations, it's pretty much like that. But that was probably because it was reacting with the other drugs. I can't remember what the other drugs were, to be honest, but that was a pretty strong drug. Pretty strong. But it worked, let me tell you. I could get up and do stuff. Like the day after my operation, I was getting up and going to the toilet and stuff. It was like a miracle. I was going up and down stairs. So it is. It's good. If you're in pain. Don't take it for other reasons. Otherwise, you may be getting a visit from the cops. And I speak from bitter experience. No, I don't. No. Sadly, I haven't conjured up another burp yet, for the benefit of Mr. Swain Swiftio, which I'm going to call him from now on. But I've chatted long enough, and it's time for another commercial break. And it's not for Grammarly, I promise.
I say, dear chaps, shouldn't you go on a diet?
Are you talking to me? Maybe if these guys would make these holes bigger, I could fit easier, know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'll help you out.
No, Aries, no.
Come on, guys, we have work to do. We come from the Action 52 game world where every game is...
Yeah, we're talking action and lots of it. We got space, dragon, adventure, even war games.
Yeah, dude, we even got rescue games, and man, they're smooth like ice.
Hey, what about you guys?
Oh, yeah, we're in there too. The Cheetah Man.
Yes, but that's another story. If you want the ultimate game challenge, you have to get Action 52.
Yeah, it's so cool. 52 games in one, and you can even play it on Nintendo. Man, it's awesome. Get yours now.
Now playing at a store near you.
That was an ad for the wonderful Cheetah Men, which I think are 100 times better than the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and I wish they'd become famous. I think they were one of the many Ninja Turtle clones that existed around about the early 90s, but this particular ad, you heard, has the voice talents of a British guy, a Mexican guy, and an American Sylvester Stallone sounding guy, which is a wonderful combination in anybody's book. And man, they're smooth. Yeah, those Cheetah Men are real smooth. Why did you give them a wacky voice? Is it supposed to be like, whoa, is it a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dude? Whoa, dude! Is that what it's supposed to be? Except there's a Mexican and a British one. Now playing at a store near you, the Cheetah Man. I say, Aries, Why do you keep getting stuck in the television? Oh, you really should go on a diet. So that's the wacky sort of angle that they're going for with Action 52. I've never played Action 52. I'd never heard of it before the internet existed, because didn't have it in Britain. But I love the Cheetah-Men. I love them to death, and I love the Cheetah-Men theme. So even though people might hate Action 52, I have to give it a big hand of thanks. So here's to you, Action 52. Cheers. That's my cup. It's filled with water, but you know. You have to get
Yeah,
Action
it's
52.
so cool. 52 games in one, and you can even play it on Nintendo. Man, it's awesome. Get yours now.
Now playing at a store near you.
You can even play it on Nintendo. You can even play it on Nintendo. Jadism Fentleman. Nintendo 64 was a fantastic console. Swain Swiftios agrees, and he says that turtles suck. Turtles suck. Cheetah-Men, something or other. Retro and Lim says, only 12 hours left of the stream. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing a 24-hour stream at some point. If I can manage that. I'm going to need the morphine, I'm afraid, if we're going to do a 24-hour stream. And I'm going to need a lot of help from the Retro and Lim crew, or anybody who I can get to fill in time while I'm sleeping. But yeah, we can do it. I can broadcast live from the car or from the street as I'm walking around. And yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fantastic. Swifto says, hope I'm feeling better now. Yep, obviously well enough to stream, or for a short while anyway. I'm sure the evening streams will follow at some point. I need to test that out in the near future. Test my capability to do the evening streams, because I've not done them in ages. I'm just out of the loop, really. And when you're out of the loop, you don't think about doing them. But let that be a teaser for future happenings with Harold Rutherford Yack. Not here on Retro Radio. Not here on Harry Yack Radio, but Retro and Lim Radio. Do you like the copyright strike theme? I've done a demo of it, and I can play it for you right now if you like. I'm going to stick it on a different channel somewhere that I'm setting up, I think. I hope your afternoon is going well now, and your morning went well, and you indeed enjoyed your Weetabix. Every time I eat Weetabix, I'm reminded of the old Weetabix ad that had the tune Delilah by Tom Jones in it, and they would sing, he's only gone and had his Weetabix. So that plays in my head every time I eat Weetabix, which is every morning. I'm going to have to play a different theme here or something while I try and find this for you. So please enjoy the wonderful strains of the Casio Rap Man. Oh yeah. Right, hello. Why do we have a third mic? Ladies and gentlemen, I've just noticed, I hope there hasn't been an echo, because an auxiliary mic has been detected and apparently has been running for the whole show. And it's probably responsible for a load of hiss in the background. Oh dear. Let's see. I think this is it. The demo of the copyright strike theme.
Copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike. You've got a copyright strike.
Well, it was a bit rubbish, but, you know, it's only a demo. I'll do a full version of that and stick it on another channel, as I said. Retro and Lim says, Michael Burhan. What do you mean by that? Please elaborate. What's happening with Burhan these days? I haven't spoken to him in... Well, I sent him a tweet last year, and that was the last time I interacted with good old Mikey B. Oh, I've just got it now, because I was talking about the mic. Mike Burhan. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there was probably some background hiss. There's probably some background hiss now, and it's probably gone now, because of the auxiliary mic that I only just noticed. How great's that, eh? What the hell even is that? It doesn't matter. Right. This show is the highest of quality, isn't it? I'm sure you'll agree. So, I am sort of taking requests, but within reason. And we'll keep this going for a short while. But we have another ad for you here. Another sponsor of the show. There you go, a burp.
After a few hours of digging these trees, boy, you know you've been working. When I get a chance to relax, I head straight for a Milky Way bar. Sit back, think about playing ball tonight. It's great.
You get the goodness of a quarter cup of milk in every bar. There's milk, natural cane and corn sugars, and thick, thick chocolate in a Milky Way bar.
Good old Milky Way. Life's not all work, you know.
A Milky Way day helps you work, rest, and play.
Half a cup of milk. Put that in the creepy category with the Pizza Hut guy. You feel like he's watching you. A quarter cup of milk. He's peeking in through your window. So we've probably been taken off the air by now. I hope not. Oh, who cares if we have? Thick, thick chocolate. Yes. Cricket Forever says, what consoles do I have? I actually still have a lot. And they're all up in the attic or in the wardrobe, the back of the wardrobe. I've got here next to me the PlayStation 2. Yep, that's there. And the Mega Drive is there. The others, I'm not sure where they are. I've got an N64 somewhere. Let's see. Somebody bought me a Sega Saturn, but I don't think it works. I've got a Super NES. I don't have a Nintendo, an original Nintendo. But I've not really had the chance to play games recently, sadly. As I mentioned, I've been watching the cricket and smoking my candy cigar in front of the fire and enjoying that. In one of these streams, I'll have the fire going in the background so you can hear it crackling, and it's wonderfully ASMR. It's very soothing. We'll do that in the evening, and we can soothe you to sleep and play the creepy commercials. Yeah, I hope that Pizza Hut guy is not going to come for me early in the morning. He probably will. But believe it or not, these clips that I've curated here have taken me over a year to collect. And I did intend to mix them down into a proper radio show. I actually did that, and I got it about 10 minutes into doing that, but it takes forever. Audio editing is, as Larry Bundy says, a real-time vampire, which is a wonderful way to put it. Because you can spend maybe an hour recording the thing, and then another 5 or 6 hours editing it to make it up to scratch, and then only get 5 minutes of footage at the end. Which is kind of the industry, but that's probably why I wouldn't go into that sort of business, video editing, because it drives me crazy. I've only edited podcasts, and they've I mean, I might start out early in the morning so the dough has time to rise with those podcasts, and then still be working on them in the evening. So if you can't finish them in a day, I'm likely to say screw that and work on something else. That's why there are so many half-finished Harry Yack projects out there that I have probably promised. Retro and Lim says, I'm sounding a bit like Bill Cosby. I can't do the Bill Cosby impression. Oh, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'll have a go, though. Anything you ask, anybody you ask, I'll have a go at an impression of. Badly, but I'll have a go at. Retro and Lim says, ain't he got purty teeth? Yeah, he probably has, eating Milky Way every day. Good old Milky Way, hey hey! It helps you work, rest, and play.
Boy, you know you've been working. When I get a chance to relax, I head straight for a Milky Way bar. Sit back, think about playing ball tonight. It's great.
You get the goodness of a quarter cup of milk in every bar. There's milk, natural cane and corn sugars, and thick, thick chocolate in a Milky Way bar.
Good old Milky Way. Life's not all work, you know.
A Milky Way day helps you work, rest, and play.
And go to the doctor. It's the opposite of an apple a day keeps the doctor away. A Milky Way a day makes it so you have to go and see the doctor every day. A Milky Way a day makes you go to the doc every day. Milky Way a day makes you go to the docs every day. No, I can't get the chords. I can't get them. Copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike. You've got a copyright strike. Yeah, that is in honor of the fact that I just probably got a copyright strike. Oh well. Never mind, Let's have a look here. Cricket Forever did ask about the consoles that I own. I actually have a lot more than that, hidden away in cupboards and shelves that I've not used for a long time, because I just don't have the opportunity. The question is, will I keep those? And the answer is probably yeah, because as long as I have room for them, they can stay, and I don't have the original boxes, so they have to stay in bin liners. I'm sure a lot of you people out there can sympathize with this. I'm not the only one, am I, that puts consoles in bin liners. It's probably why they get all smashed up. My original Mega Drive is bashed beyond belief. It's had 3 different replacement aerials attached to it. But it's still going just about. It's Frankenstein, but it's still going. At the age of about 12, my uncle, steady now, Savile, my uncle fixed it for me, so, such as it was, so that my Mega Drive could carry on working by replacing the aerial. And that's how it still is to this day. It looks like crap, but at least it works. Hey! You could say that about the Harry Yack stream. So, the Pizza Hut commercial, which is a classic of all time, it begins with some guy's house. He leaves his house and his family are yawning and he picks up the paper. Then it cuts to Pizza Hut, where a dude is going in the door. He's unlocking for the morning, and here we've got the chefs. There's a kid in a flat cap who's chopping up the toppings. And there's a wide selection of toppings for the order. And of course the pizza is ready at 6 a.m. and it looks lovely and lustrous, and it's got all nonsense all over it, the meaty stuff that you might expect from a pizza. Yeah, go and look up, what's it called, that starting out early Pizza Hut ad. Retro and Lim asks if we can play Retro Tash. Sadly not, because this is an audio-only stream. Unless we do an audio-only version of Retro Tash. I'm thinking of Bill Cosby's mustache. Whose mustache am I thinking of? Tom Selleck. Incorrect. There, that's how we'd play it, probably. Right, so pretty soon I'm going to head off to my hometown Pizza Hut for some lunch. But just before that, I'll play one more clip. What have we got? What have we got here that you will very much like? Because I love it. Do you remember the song Kaylee? The song Kaylee by Marillion. Now, do you remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show? Because I loved it as a kid. And I would do the Mario all the time. Do the Mario, the dance that played out the show every week. And Captain Lou Albano would dance. He would literally do the Mario. It was an awful dance, really, and it's an awful... I wouldn't say it's an awful theme, although they did knock it together in half an hour. But did you know there was a German version of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show? It was dubbed by German actors, voice actors, and it included an introduction, a remixed introduction, which goes a little something like this.
Hallo Freunde! Jetzt kommt die Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
Au, wir sind die Mario Brothers, alles kennt mir bekannt. Nicht wie die anderen berühmt im Land. Ich spiele mal im Eimer, Alter, ich glaube wie sonst keiner. Immer schneller, niemals müde, Fahrrad auf die Brüder. Fahrrad auf die Brüder. Gimme, 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 gimme. Wow, jetzt geht's ab, so halt dich fest am Sitz. Immer Abenteuer und gigantische Tricks. Es gibt Kumpers und Kumpers, die Prinzessin und die anderen. Bleib dran am Ruder, Fahrrad auf die Brüder.
Die Brüder. How wonderful. And also we have the outro of the outro, which is a classic.
Macht den Mario, schwing die Arme auf und ab, setzt euch jetzt in Trab. Super Mario, ein Schritt vor und noch einmal, hey, tanzt den Mario, meine Freunde ja.
Meine Freunde ja.
So geht's. Das ist der Mario. Macht den Mario, schwing die Arme auf und ab, setzt euch jetzt in Trab. Super Mario, ein Schritt vor und noch einmal, hey, tanzt den Mario, meine Freunde ja. Tanzt den Mario, ja, so geht's.
And a good mention there at the end for just Bill Gates. This stream is not sponsored by Microsoft, although I am using a Windows computer. So, we have reached the end of this particular experiment. I hope you liked it. I've been meaning to do this sort of thing for years and never got round to it. But I hope you liked it. Actually, I hope you didn't like it. Ugh, screw you. So, at the end of the show, there's only one more thing to say, and that is schwing die Arm und auf und auf. Super Mario, schwing die. I'm totally not delaying here, because I'm looking for my outro clip, which I don't have, sadly. So you'll have to listen to this instead. But I'm sure you'll like it anyway. It's a familiar friend.
Take out the papers and the trash. For you don't got no spending cash. If you don't scrap the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, yakety yak, don't go back. For you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, yakety yak, don't go back.
Oh, I cannot believe it. Howdy, stranger. Howdy, partner. Are you Sarah Connor? Hi. Come with me if you want to live. Oh, Vincent. Did you see me up on the 2 wheels? And if you don't scrub the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Oh, shit. Now we're gonna do something extremely fun. We're gonna play a wonderful game, and it's called Who is My Daddy? Oh, and what does he do? It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Take out the papers and the trash. For you don't got no spending cash. If you don't scrap the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, yakety yak, don't go back. For you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, yakety yak, don't go back.
Oh, I cannot believe it. Howdy, stranger. Howdy, partner. Are you Sarah Connor? Hi. Come with me if you want to live. Oh, Vincent. Did you see me up on the 2 wheels? And if you don't scrub the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Oh, shit. Now we're gonna do something extremely fun. We're gonna play a wonderful game, and it's called Who is My Daddy? Oh, and what does he do?
It's not a tumor. It's not. It really isn't. Right, shut up, Arnold. Right. Take out the papers and the trash. You don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Don't talk back. Na na da. Oh, you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Okay, so it's almost that time, but first of all, there was a request that I unfortunately didn't fulfill, and it's a classic moment in Yack history, which I'm glad I time-coded, because, well, I'll play the clip, and if anybody remembers what this is, they might be able to tell us in the chat, but I'll explain what's going on in a minute. Here we go.
Last night, and I looked for it. I was like, huh? You right?
Jeez, sorry about that.
I thought you died.
Remember earlier we were talking about mice? Yeah, one just went past. Right, hold on a sec. So anyway, that was Of Mice and Yaks. There was a rat in my kitchen. What am I going to do? To be fair, I was pretty out of it at that point, as you can tell, because that late at night the thicker Wigan accent tends to come out. It tends to be accentuated as the day goes on. Oh, you don't get no spending cash if you don't scrub that kitchen floor. You ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, yakety yak, yakety yak, yakety yak. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 Yackety yak, yackety yak, yackety yak, 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 yak. Yes, the infamous rat incident. Let's play it again, Sam.
Right, and I looked for it. I was like,
Ah!
huh?
Ah!
You right?
Jeez, sorry about that.
I thought you died.
Remember earlier we were talking about mice?
You just saw a mouse.
Yeah, one just went past. Oh dear, I've told that story so many times. I was having problems with mice in the house. I found out what happened, incidentally. I found out why they were getting in. There was a hole where the radiator goes into the floorboard. There was a small hole just big enough for a small mouse to get through. And evidently, in the houses, in the row of houses where I live, it's really old. And evidently in one of the abandoned houses at the end of the street, which is along the same run of houses, probably has lots of mice in there because nobody's been in there for years. And that's why these mice keep running up and down the floorboards. I caught the mouse, which I announced on one of the live streams. I think, was it Faultycog said, "Poor mouse, R.I.P. the mouse." But yeah, I should have got a humane mousetrap, really, shouldn't I? It's the poor mouse. Of mice and yaks. Incidentally, if you want a good mousetrap and you're not bothered about killing the mouse, if you want to kill the mouse, cheap £1 wooden traps are the way to go. Because we bought some plastic ones and they were useless. Absolutely useless. They cost about £5. But none of them worked. But immediately we switched to the wooden ones and it would catch the mice. So a little bit of a tip there for you. Not long after that, because I was searching for mouse traps and rat traps on YouTube, I started getting recommended the premier mousetrap YouTuber. Yes, if you can think of a topic, there's a YouTuber out there who specializes in it. This mousetrap YouTube channel has lots and lots of different, sometimes sponsored, sometimes just off his own bat, videos where he goes out and buys these rat traps, etc., and sets them up in his garage. He puts the night vision camera on, and we can see these mice being killed in all these gory ways, which became a bit of a strange obsession of mine, to look up these videos at 3 AM when I couldn't sleep. And it did help, let me tell you, to think that I was getting revenge on those blessed mice that kept me up for weeks upon end, and then invaded the live stream. There was a mouse! We nicknamed the mouse Ormus, which was a name given to it by Mr. Biffo from Teletext. When I told him the story, he dubbed him Ormus. Ormus the Enormous. Oh dear. It's a barrel of laughs. It's a barrel of laughs, that Biffo guy. Yeah. Tune in next week for more. Yeah. So I think that's just about it for this week. I might do another one of these next week. Not next week. Sometime in the future, rather. And thank you for listening. Like I said, I did have a clip to play you out, but it's disappeared. And YouTube is being a little fool. So, that's it from the Yack, and that's it from all the people who have been on today's show, all the guests, the special guests who have thankfully allowed me to play their music, and all the people out there who have been commenting. I am totally not stalling for time here, because it's nearly getting towards the end of the show, and
okay, this is... Say hello? Can you say hello?
yeah, Yes, the dog wants me to shut up now. Blah, 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 blah. So, I bid you a fond farewell and a fantastic weekend. Sayonara.